This is an All Sports Station production.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. A beautiful fake. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
New York set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 18.
Let's go, baby.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go. 7 ending. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there, 4 down, 4 down.
Jackson to throw again. This one complete to Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll come out in the pistol.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. To throw is Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jones. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Jones going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jackson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Quick throw taken in by Snead. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready.
Now Jones off the bootleg. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a giant first down.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the bootleg, Jones. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Fire.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that doesn't say, I just want my guys to play fast. How about that one there? He almost ended up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off and knocking it free.
That's what I was going to say. You blinked. You missed that one.
Okay, ready? Set, go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Down. 10 Lobo. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Get it. Play.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Fourth down, so Pat Shurmur trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Let's go. 57 to ending. 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
We gonna shut y'all down.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And some space here.
All day, every day.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
That's Will Hernandez, former second rounder out of UTEP. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
And that is incomplete here. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You got it. You got it. We got it. Yeah. 10, touchdown. Yo.
It's complete to Snead. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Rolling to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Jones now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Ready. 40's Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. Ready.
Jones off the bootleg. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
It's going to be a long day.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the gadget play gets him into the end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson now, operating from the gun, sliding out of the pocket. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
So this was a case of better safe than sorry. All the receivers were locked up, so he had to try and run for it, but he ended up having to slide short of the marker.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Pressure comes and it's blocked. The Ravens block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6 as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Able to power through. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
We're ready. Man, ready. Mike 57. I know he ain't got it.
Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he's got Snead. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jones. Off play action. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And his throw here's incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Set, 8, read. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
He completes it to Tate. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's what I do.
Jones off the play fake. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 58 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool them with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line. Check. Shoot.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Jones now operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Let's go. 60 or. Come. Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line, get that. Now.
On 1st down, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
One of the advantages of playing zone defense versus in-breaking routes is that if you get the proper depth on your drops, you'll keep everything in front of you, see the quarterback deliver the ball, and that way you're able to break forward and make a play on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Jackson now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good gain.
It certainly was, because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep churning forward, and he gained more yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter. Good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Let's go. 70 ending. 57 the mic. Get in the weight room. Let's go. Crash.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Your trip is here.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. And Tate's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Levine Toilolo there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Sam Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. On the return, it's Tate.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Get it.
2nd and 6. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I'm trying to collect. 48 mark.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Let's go. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Ready to go. 48 to Mike.
And that'll set him back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Let's go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mike, 58 right there. Let's go.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down inbounds. It's that second part.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 1, 23 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing now is Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson. He's going to take off with it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Oh, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Push him back. Push him back.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the 4th quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.